Playoff push. The white-hot Heat trying to make it 2 in a row.
Drives on Tucker, stops, slides a bit, out to Smart. Smart the runner. Counted!
While across town, the Cats try to even things up. Politicians facing pressure.
What if she runs out? Like, what do I do?
In the baby formula shortage. And Cuban culture.
A great way to really get in touch with the roots.
On display in South Florida. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Amanda Gray. Today is Friday, May 20th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Double trouble. Both playoff teams were the higher seeds. Both were at home, and each suffered a different kind of heartbreak. We begin with the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals, where Miami was the home team, but it did not matter. Everything went right for the visiting Boston Celtics last night, especially in the second quarter when they pulled away. At halftime, they led the Heat by 25. Miami never managed to catch up. Final score, Celtics 127, Heat 102. With the series tied at 1 game apiece, the Heat is looking to turn things around tomorrow night in Boston.
I don't like to move on from this because it has to hurt. They tried to embarrass us. They did embarrass us. So I think we got to realize that, use it as fuel, whatever you want to say, but realize that the game can get out of hand whenever you're playing against a really good team like them.
In round 2 of the NHL playoffs, two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning leads your Florida Panthers 2-0. The Cats lost both home games to open the series, including last night when a Lightning goal broke a 1-1 tie with less than 4 seconds left in the game. The series moves to Tampa Sunday night. Lawmakers are sharing new outrage this morning over the nation's baby formula shortage. The network's Yvonne Franco from our D.C. Bureau is in Washington this morning.
As desperate parents struggle to feed their babies, the government is taking more action to help.
When I get to work in the morning, I look for formula. When we're finally sitting on the couch for an hour at night, we're looking for formula.
Your mind doesn't stop thinking about it, especially at night.
These bills are heading to the Senate after passing in the House late last night. This plan to help low-income families use their WIC benefits for formula has strong bipartisan support. Those families purchase about half of the formula in the U.S. and they're limited to certain brands.
If we can't find it in the stores, then we lose our benefits.
The second bill will pay for more FDA inspectors at formula plants. Only 12 Republican representatives voted for it, so its future in the Senate is uncertain.
Meanwhile, President Joe Biden says he's invoking the Defense Production Act to help formula makers get ingredients more quickly, in addition to sending planes overseas.
Pick up infant formula that meets U.S. health and safety standards so we can get it on the store shelves faster.
Criticism is growing about how long these actions took. The formula plant at the heart of a nationwide recall shut down in February.
This is serious. This is unacceptable. This is a basic need for babies. Something has to be done right now.
From Washington, D.C., reporting for the South Florida Media Network, Yvonne Franco.
In the nation's most hotly contested Senate primary, just 1,200 votes separate the two candidates for the Pennsylvania Republican nomination. They're TV doctor Mehmet Oz and executive David McCormick. It could take days to decide the election, but as the network's Nicole Castañeda reports, former President Trump is urging his favorite candidate, Dr. Oz, to declare victory.
The deadlock between former executive McCormick and celebrity Dr. Oz could trigger an automatic recount.
We can see the path ahead. We can see victory ahead. And it's all because of you. So thank you, Pennsylvania.
A fight to the finish in the Republican Senate primary in Pennsylvania, with thousands of votes still left to be counted.
When it's this close, what else would you expect? Everything about this campaign has been tight.
Ballots remain to be counted across the state, and in Lancaster County, about 22,000 mail-in ballots were misprinted with an incorrect barcode and are now being remarked by hand in order to be scanned. There would be an automatic recount if the margin is 0.5% or less once the counting is complete.
By next Tuesday, we'll have a good sense as far as whether or not there will be an automatic recount.
The now two-way fight for the Republican nomination will see a nasty primary battle extended. All three candidates aligned themselves with Donald Trump. But it was Oz who scored the coveted endorsement from the former president.
Do we love President Trump, Pennsylvania?
Even while votes were still being counted.
When all the votes are tallied, I am confident we will win.
Trump today encouraging Oz to declare victory. The acting Secretary of State says she'll receive next Tuesday the votes from the 69 counties, and that's when she'll determine if she'll make the recount.
Today, a woman near West Palm Beach is facing several charges after throwing a rubber snake at a police officer following a high-speed chase. It was Wednesday in Martin County. Authorities say the officer attempted to pull over the pickup truck, but rather than slowing down, the driver pressed the gas pedal instead. This is when things went wrong. Instead of surrendering, the driver threw a rubber snake at the officer.
Fortunately for her, instead of re-engaging with the firearm, he goes for a taser and ends it right there. If she had thrown that snake when the gun was out, we may be talking about a police officer involved shooting right now.
The chase went on for about 5 miles and ended with the driver crashing into another truck, injuring 3 innocent people. A Florida family in shock after waking up to an unexpected visitor in their pool, an almost 11-foot alligator. They discovered the gator in their swimming pool near Fort Myers after it tore through their screen to go for a swim. The gator was weighed and came in at 550 pounds. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office managed to get the animal out of the pool, much to the family's relief. Cuban culture and Miami culture have always gone hand in hand, but as the network's Claudia Morales reports, this weekend the connection is particularly strong.
One cultural event, but this weekend, Cuban Nostalgia offers an experience like no other. Celebrating its 23rd anniversary, Cuban Nostalgia returns to the Miami-Dade County Fair and Exposition Center on May 21st and 22nd. The event is an opportunity for the public to immerse themselves in Cuba's most iconic landmarks.
Well, first, we are the largest in the U.S., with the largest exhibition with more than 15 live exhibits, like La Catedral de La Habana. We have El Capitolio, we have El Paseo del Prado, and I think we're the only ones that have recreated the actual experiences for you to come and enjoy a weekend.
From the streets of Havana to El Malecón, the festivity is an invitation for locals to encounter a world of Cuban roots.
This year we have full concerts all day, 4 concerts a day, completely free. Besides being La Bodeguita and Floridita, they have live bands playing the whole day so you can drink, eat, and fun.
For many, Cuban Nostalgia is about art, typical drinks and food such as croquetas, tamales, mojitos, and Cuban coladas. For others, it's about connecting new generations with their heritage.
I think that that is a great way to really get in touch with the roots, and it's the only way because most of these kids probably will not go to the country.
The annual tradition is a collaboration with Miami-Dade College. Tickets are now on sale and can be bought at www.cubanostalgia.com. Reporting for the South Florida Media Network, Claudia Morales.
A plane landing in Florida with 1 more passenger than it took off with. An explanation is still ahead, and so is the story.
I mean, that in and of itself was quite a miracle.
This morning, we're hearing what happened right after a South Florida pilot's medic emergency forced his passenger to land a plane. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzing overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Pilot in peril here in South Florida. By now you've probably heard the story of how an air traffic controller helped his passenger land his plane, but the story of what happens next is just as life-threatening. Today we have heard from the doctor who treated the incapacitated pilot. The pilot was unable to land his plane last Monday in West Palm Beach. The doctor said it was a miracle the pilot even survived the event. According to him, the pilot tore a part of his heart called his aorta. This caused an extreme headache and made him unable to perform his job.
Survived the tear itself. The fact that his friends were able to land that plane with the assistance of air traffic control. That in and of itself was quite a miracle. And then from there to survive the trip from the airport to St. Mary's, be promptly evaluated there, and an astute team of physicians and staff and nurses identified that he had something quite a bit more than just a stroke, and got the patient to us here at Gardens.
Luckily, a traffic control assistant helped a passenger land the plane, which helped the pilot get necessary medical attention in South Florida. A Frontier Airlines flight attendant is being hailed as a hero after helping a mom deliver her baby mid-flight. The mother went into unexpected and early labor while on a flight from Denver to Orlando. The airline says flight attendant Diana Giraldo jumped into action, calmly leading the mom to the back bathroom and helping her deliver her baby girl. The plane was diverted to Pensacola, where paramedics were at the gate ready to help. The mom commemorated the unique birth story by giving her daughter the middle name Sky. That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Amanda Gray. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.